the liar is back. So please put your hands together for Dan Garrett as Fergus Mendax and live from the anteroom of the Good Beans Cafe.
Hi, everybody. Hi. My name is Dr. Professor Ignobilis Fergus Mendax, and that is a lie. Just to get that out of the way. Most of what you hear tonight is lies. You know, there's just a lot of things they don't teach you in sex ed. No, I see the panic in your faces. I'm not here to teach you what you've missed. I'm just here to bitch about it. Because when I was a kid, when it was time for sex ed, when you got to that age, you had to have a note from your parents at my school to get permission to take sex ed.
Still do.
A note from my dad telling them it's okay to talk to me about my dick. And my dad wouldn't sign it because he's old school and his attitude was, no, they should teach that in the home. And I was like... So I did learn it in the home, my girlfriend's home, because I was learning it in my home. And that's not how you want to learn it, you know. Or, gag, the church. My dad actually said, let the church handle that kind of thing. Okay, so it's the pedophiles who should be teaching me about my dick. And about abstinence. In any case, wherever you learned it, there's shit they just don't teach you, right? The stuff they leave out. Like, females run out of eggs. I didn't know that. There's a finite number of eggs the body will produce, and I thought it just happened, you know, until you passed away. But apparently, you know, menopause and the cessation of eggs, one causes the other, or they're connected or something, or I learned it on the internet, so it's fucking wrong anyway. But in any case, my 12-year-old brain has this image of like a carton of eggs, and like every cycle there's just one fewer. Like, remember Sesame Street in the 70s, those weird animations? There'd be like a carton of eggs and one's disappearing at a time with the music, ding, 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 till finally you go, not enough for an omelet. Better run to the store. It's fine, I'll just have a baby. You know? Or do they all just like float away, like they've been raptured, you know? Just poof, there 1 minute, gone the next, and then the sperm gets in there and he's like John Travolta in that internet meme. And there's one scared egg in the corner just shaking, going, please sir, don't hurt me, I don't know what happened, I just went to the bathroom and everybody's gone and I'm so scared. And the sperm's like, it's okay, baby, I'm here now. Just come on out here, let me hold you. I'll take care of you. Just come on out here and...
Yeah.
This is my modern ballet entitled Conception. So apparently, in case you didn't know, women, finite number of eggs. Let's see, what else don't they teach you in sex ed? The period. I learned in biology that once a cycle, the unfertilized egg and part of the uterine wall and some blood are expelled from the body. So that's a period, right? Wrong. Apparently there's more to it than that. And it would have been nice if our biology teacher would have just taught us, you know? Well, the man and the woman love each other very much. They might get married. And then once a month, Mother Nature turns the woman inside out and wrings her out like a dish rag. And not in a pleasant way like a massage kind of, but more like, and hormones will rage through her body, causing often violent mood swings, and she'll bloat, and she'll bleed a lot. This is normal. And she'll have cravings, and none of her clothes will fit. So, you know, try and be nice, okay? I mean, they don't teach us this shit, you know? Ladies, it's not our fault. It's our responsibility to learn, but it's not our fault, okay? I mean, guys, wouldn't that have been a better way to learn about the menstrual cycle than the way we did? Which was basically, why are you so bitchy all of a sudden? I mean, we don't know. We don't know, okay? We're learning, we're trying anyway. Let's see, what else don't they teach you? One of the side effects of the pill is death. Now, I don't know if this is still true. It's been decades, literally, since I've been with someone who was on the pill. So I don't know if they've updated the formula. But it used to be right there on the package. You know, side effects, bloating, this, that, the other thing, rashes, hives, death. What? So don't fuck or die trying is basically what we're, and a man, came up with that formula, some mad scientist in a lab going, at long last, we gentlemen can fuck and fuck and fuck and not have to pay for any more abortions. And there's some lab assistant, some grad student with a clipboard going, excuse me, Dr. Feelgood, this formula here, yeah, the one with the horse piss, I've been looking at the chemistry and it's actually kind of dangerous. And I think, it's fine. No, in certain circumstances it could kill the person taking it. It's fine. Fine. They don't teach us this shit. They just, the pill can kill you. What the fuck is that? And ask a guy to get a vasectomy? No fucking way, man. Cutting up my shit. Now, if you're in a long-term relationship, and you might breed but don't want to at the moment, the vasectomy is the way to go. It really is. It's reversible. It's not that invasive. Gentlemen, a nutsack is not a nut. Okay? It's a flap of skin, a little pinch, they tie it off, you're done. Okay? They give you an ice pack, but I didn't use it. I had the procedure, an hour later I was having Italian. Food in a restaurant. I wasn't having an Italian waitress. I mean, you do have to stay off it for a couple of days, but other than that, it's not a big deal. But, guys freak out. Oh, no, fuck, what are you, Moses? What, you cut my shit up? What? Get out of here with that. But, honey, it's not that, I've been reading up. It's not that invasive. It's reversible. It's no, fuck that. You're not cutting up my nuts. No, honey, mine might actually kill me. It's fine. It's fine. We don't know. They don't teach us this stuff. Let's see. What else don't they teach you in sex ed? Anything at fucking all about how to do it. Okay? God forbid we should teach our children love and affection, Nope, not the job of our schools. We'll learn you the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. There's the first problem. My dad said that all the time, reading, writing, and arithmetic. He said that so many times, I'm starting to wonder if he actually thought arithmetic started with an R. But no, we're going to teach it toward the STEM test, but none of that human interaction nonsense, And we wonder why our kids grow up maladjusted and shoot up schools. In any case, know how-to on this shit. The orgasm, the word orgasm, I didn't know what the word orgasm meant till I was almost 20 years old. I'd heard the word, but didn't know what it meant. And when I did learn what it meant, I don't know how many I'd actually had. And when I learned what the word meant, I went, that's what that means? That's fucking awesome! That is so cool! And women have that too, right? Oh man, that is great. That is so cool. I wonder what the woman's version is like. No, women don't have, of course they do. No, women don't have that. Yeah, they do, don't they? They do. You do, don't you? Okay. See? They don't teach us this shit, You see, pre-internet sex ed was basically trying to parse out what bullshit stories you heard on the playground in 3rd grade might have been true, Screwing is when a man puts his weenie inside, it's like a girl weenie, but it's inside, and he puts it in there, and then he pees. Why? Because it's fun. Fuck you. No, it's true. I stayed at my dad's last week, and I snuck in while I was screwing his new girlfriend. What the... that kid we all went to school with? Had kind of a hormonal issue, made him a little beefier than the rest of us, sported a little mustache in 3rd grade. We thought he was worldly because he talked about sex all the time. Everybody know somebody like that, or was it just me amongst the inbred troglodytes that I grew up with in the middle of buttfuck Idaho? He killed his mother for crack in high school. We couldn't have foreseen that, we were 9, So in any case, no, they don't teach us the good stuff, This mystery button called the clitoris. Clitoris. You shy vixen, you vexer of men the world over. See, if you're my age, your sex ed may have treated you to a pencil drawing of a vagina in a textbook. And I remember very clearly sitting in the classroom that day, flipping to that page and suddenly turning into Jerry Lewis. It was like, oh, vagina with the feelings and the lady bits. And a lot of stuff goes through your 13-year-old mind and body, not the least of which is, somebody drew this. Somebody took a pencil and drew a twat. I draw a dick on my desk, I get detention. Somebody got paid to do this. It's published in a book. I'm suddenly interested in who publishers are, you know, like a Random House or whatever. Go, what the and you flip out, you know? And then you realize you're thinking all this while you're staring at it, and okay, everybody's looking at me and I look like a perv, so you look away real quick. And with whom do you make eye contact? Of course, that beautiful girl in the front row that you have a mad crush on. So now, you know you're in love, because a myriad things happen in an instant. You're knocking wood against the bottom of your desk. Well, inside your mind, the mysteries of the universe explode into glaring relief against the void of human ignorance. As in that moment you know, you understand, you realize that you feel feelings, deep, deep, profound love, such as never been felt in the history of mankind. And suddenly Romeo and Juliet makes sense to you as you make the connection that this is part of her. And it is only by Herculean sheer force of will that you do not allow your eyes to dip below desk level and, you know, check. On the inside. On the outside. And then you realize you're staring at her, and you don't want her to think you're going, so you slam the book closed and look at the clock. And that's frustrating because it's school. And in school, you're supposed to stare at the pictures and the charts and graphs and shit and memorize all the labels so you can get the answers right on the tests. And the frustrating thing about this is that this is information you will actually use in life. You know? The Pythagorean theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse of the right triangle... Excuse me, Professor, when am I going to need to know this? Gentle pressure in a circular motion might cause a certain sense of arousal. When am I going to need to know this? And when you do get with somebody who's into it and willing, and you're of that age, and you're nervous and excited, and you want to take that next step, when it's time for some practical application of your education, you're totally fucking unarmed, right? Making out with her on her mom's sofa. Get your hand up her back, underneath the shirt, right against that bare back. Oh, so soft. And now it's time. You're getting excited. Her shoulders are moving. She's going, You're into it. She's into it. It's time. You start side coaching yourself, right? Isaac Hayes is whispering in your ear. All right, brother, come on. It's time. I don't know I can't do Isaac Hayes. That's my version of Isaac Hayes. Hey, baby. But you got that ear. You got that sexy voice in your ear. This is like what I wish I sounded like when I whisper in her ear. All right, brother, it's time. Treat her right. Find the clitoris. All right, find the clitoris. Okay, think back. So mentally, you reopen that book and you scan that picture, right? That pencil drawing, looking for clitoris, looking at all the labels. And in your mind, all the fucking labels are blank, except for two, vagina and anus. Because those are the only two that stuck out in your mind, because when you first saw the picture, you went, who the fuck designed this? So in your mind, that's useless. You slam that closed, and you're panicking. So you start doing this mental check, going through all of your mental files, like Woodward and Bernstein. You know, just pulling open mental drawers, going through every dirty joke you've ever heard, dirty magazines, that book of dirty cartoons you found in your dad's bedroom. Nothing. It's like you're doing a mental Microsoft Word search for the word clitoris. 0 examples found. Panic is setting in. You're rubbing a raw spot in the middle of her back because you're afraid to move your hand anywhere else. Relax, baby. Find the clitoris. Think back. Okay, relax. Think back. Oh, what did Tommy Bielanski say? The clit is like a button and you push it and she giggles. Is that right? What, do I tickle it? Where the fuck is it? Is that it? No, that's a mole. And my hand's on her ass. What the fuck? So you give up, settle for 30 minutes of dry humping. You crawl off of her and try really hard to avoid eye contact and make a feeble attempt to save face by saying something super cool like, "Want to go get a pizza?" Cool. Can you ask your mom for some money? I mean, it's awkward, man. It sucks. It's hard. And I've often wondered if when it's time, when you start turning on, you know, you go through that, what do you call it, puberty? And you start feeling those feelings, if gay men and women have it easier in that department, feeling each other out, because, I mean, I realize sex is awkward for everybody the first 3 or 4 marriages, but if you're working with the same equipment, you know, I mean, if I can work my own dick, I can work, right? And you like how I assume they're all exactly the same? Oh, geez, I think I just gave something away. Seriously. You know, I can do this, you know, and I got you covered, I got you. I do this all the time. All the fucking time. I got this, don't worry. And then I hear myself ask that question and I realize what a cis, straight douchebag I am. Because it's not like gay men figured out they were gay by fucking a lot of women and going, this is gross. What is wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with me. I go to the gym. I am right. What is wrong with you? No, not you. I don't mean you. No, not you. Don't cry. No, not you. It's not you. I mean, it's definitely not me, but maybe I'll try cock. I mean, I don't think it shakes out that way. I'm just guessing, you know. And I'm sorry if you're offended by my gay voice. I know that's probably not what a man with a cock in his mouth sounds like. It's probably more like, Like, I imagine it's like me eating a burrito. Because I would like it, you bunch of prudes. Don't be judging people who like dick. That's not cool. That's not cool. I do like burritos, though. So I had a friend who is a lesbian pay me the sweetest compliment. Yeah, I have a friend who's a lesbian. I'm not homophobic at all. I just realized how that sounded. I got a lesbian friend, and a black friend, and a Mexican friend. Anyway, it was just the sweetest compliment coming from her, and she just phrased it so beautifully. She said, Dan, you are so sweet. I would go straight for you. I would. Except that the thought of a huge cock ramming into my gag reflex makes me want to gag. Fair enough. No, my wife appreciates that I have a little gay in me. Not that I ain't a gay little person, or that I'm currently being fucked by a man, but that I have certain qualities that she appreciates because they keep me from being too cis macho, you know, because we don't want all this getting out of control, right? But she used to post online, this is true, things my straight husband says that make me wonder. Things like, all right, who the hell cut paper with my fabric scissors? And she's like, things like, honey, is the Fellscraft pattern ours or your mom's? I can't. She's like, what the fuck is Fellscraft? Does my ass look okay in these jeans? Ouch, slow down, that hurts my ass. For my birthday, would you have a 3-way with me and my friend Jack? Just little things that, you know. All right, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to move over here. I'm no Annie for my Ann Arbor friends, but I can play a chord or two. You say potato, I say potato. You say tomato, I say tomato. No, you don't. Nobody says tomato. Unless your first language is Latin-based, nobody says tomato. And nobody fucking says potato, all right? I mean, maybe if you're down south, you know? You say potato, I say tater. You say tomato, I say tomato. I mean, at least those are words people say. Are they real words? I don't know. I'm not a linguist. That's not up to me. But it's real shit that people say in, you know, life. You know? And you can't really translate that song well either. You can't really do like a French bistro, you know? You say potato, I say pomme de terre. It just doesn't quite work, you know? I always wanted to be a jazz singer, you know? That smooth. I mean, if I could, I would Michael Bublé your panties to the floor. But my voice is just too rough. It's just too wrecked from scotch and coffee and stuff, so I just don't have that kind of voice. But you know, jazz lyrics are kind of bullshit anyway. Because that song, if you don't know, that song is called Let's Call the Whole Thing Off. And the first verse is something to the effect of, you say potato, I say potato. You say tomato, I say tomato. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. So what is that song? The person singing is in a relationship that's over, but he doesn't have the fucking balls to just say, look, I'm not feeling this, let's take a break. So he makes up a bunch of bullshit excuses as to why they're not compatible, you know? You say words right, and I mispronounce shit on purpose. We're just not compatible. I mean, at least he's nice enough to say, it's not you, it's me, you know? You have a firm grasp over the English language, and I can't even pronounce potato. Fuck it, give me back my key. Which is how the song should go, if we're being honest, right? Fuck it, we're done. Give me back the key to my apartment. I'll mail you the phone bill, your shit's on the sidewalk. Let's call the whole thing off. Thank you, Victor Dante. I'll be here every Friday for the rest of the week. All right, so I like songs that say it without saying it, you know. And a lot of it's like radio play. You want to get on the radio, you can't say, fuck it, we're done, you know. But sometimes I like to take songs that are like that and just make them more obvious. And here's one such example. It's one of my favorite I Still Love You songs. Hello, yeah, it's been a while. What's up? Wanna screw? That's right, it's a booty call, 'cause babe, I sure miss the things we used to do. Now I was thinking maybe later on, you and me, we could go for a ride. Maybe finally try anal sex. Look, I picked up some Astro Clyde. I'm not talking about moving in, our relationships in the past. But there's a tingling stirring up down below, and I really wanna get on that ass. We could go driving, maybe stop and park for a hand job down by the beach. Stay at home and just Netflix and chill. See, it really doesn't matter much to me. I'm not trying to rekindle shit. There's just stuff we never tried in the past, like maybe roleplay a three-way or S&M. I just really wanna get on that ass. I won't ask for promises, so you won't have to lie. Except if you're fucking someone new, to not pretend I'm the only guy. I'm not talking about moving in, our relationships in the past. But baby, since we broke up, it's kinda strange. I just really wanna get on that, really wanna get on that. I don't want to hang with your friends and dig up all that shit from the past. I'll make you coffee and breakfast, then out the door. I just really wanna get on that ass. Thank you. I wrote that. Every word, every note, that's mine. No, speaking of relationships, I called to cancel a credit card a while ago. And got that phone tree hell that you get whenever you fucking call anybody these days. To make a payment, press 1. To argue with someone about a pending payment, press 2. Please enter your 37.5-digit account number followed by the pound key. If you make a mistake, hang up and think about your life. Think about your choices, accept that you're a loser, and call back when you have a fucking job. And you try to do the verbal override, you can kind of speak your choices. I'd like to speak to an agent. Speak to an agent. Agent. I'm standing in the kitchen with the phone in my head. My wife thinks I have late onset Tourette syndrome. Agent. You get through all that bullshit and the voice says, please hold while I connect you to a relationship manager. I do not have a relationship with Sears Credit. What the hell is this? Like somebody's gonna moderate between me and the billing department, help us communicate, you know? But if you want to cancel this account, that's fine, but there's still a balance you'll have to pay, Mr. Garrix. And how does that make you feel, Dad? Kind of makes me feel like pounding sand in your ass, but I guess I'll pay it. I mean, that's not a I feel like Bill Clinton. I do not have a relationship with that company. If that's a relationship, I'd rather duke it out on Dr. Phil, you know? No, Dr. Phil, no. This gold-digging motherfucker over here, every day, all the time. You gotta give me some money. You gotta give me some money. What the hell you do with the money I gave you last month? Shit, relationship counselor. I don't know what that means. Speaking of relationships, there is a website, a dating website. Singles for Donald Trump. Now, I don't know if this is still true. I saw it before the election, and but yeah, Singles for Trump. There, that's a thing you know now. You're welcome. Take that with you and do with it as you will. I think the site's called Cousins. And I don't know what to do with this information. Like so much information these days, it's in my head, bouncing around, and all I can think of is, hi, my name's Abigail Weatherthal. I'm a 28-year-old Christian woman with 4 kids. That means 4 child support checks. So you gents know I ain't no gold digger. I enjoy ice cold Bud Light and midnight shopping at the Walmart. I like that store because it has Wall in the name. Now I'm just looking for a good Christian man who knows how to be a man, you know, can hunt squirrel, and build a wall, treat me like a princess. Turn-ons, muscles, tattoos, hair, teeth, minimum of 4. Turn-offs, Obamacare Mexicans. Call me and together we will make America great again. Bye! Now, I did that bit a while ago and was confronted by a Trump supporter. Now, it may have been a troll. It may have been somebody pretending to be a Trump supporter, saying stupid shit to make Trump supporters look stupid, you know, because people will do that when they fight politics. But if somebody comes to me and says, I support this person or that person, especially if they're complaining about my bit, I'm going to take them at their word. So as far as I'm concerned, he was a Trump supporter, and this was his argument. This is what he said to me. He said, that bullshit about that dating website, Cousins, we're not all inbreds. That's what he said. We're, and then the word all with emphasis. We're not all inbreds. You know, down south, we're not all racists. You know, you feminists gotta understand, us men, we're not all rapists. I mean, how the fuck is that an argument? Anyway, I'm getting a little worked up here, getting frustrated. So I'm gonna take a little break. So, speaking of rapists, I'm gonna bring a friend to this. No, he's not a rapist, okay? At least I don't think so. I've never asked him. You know, I also don't know if he has a bicycle, you know, or if he likes spaghetti. These are things that I've not talked to Ace about. I don't know if he's a rapist, or if he likes spaghetti, or if he rides a bicycle. I don't know. I've not asked him. Don't make assumptions, okay? All right? So, you're safe. He's okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure. He's never tried to rape me. Let's put it that way. Anyway, I'm going to take a break and hand the mic over to this fine, fine gentleman. Locals will know him. He used to be a DJ for CK105 and WIOG. He's been doing comedy for a while, he told me, which I think is pretty impressive, because I've been doing it for a minute, and he's been doing it for a while. And he's played clubs from here to Omaha. He's been all over the place, and he's a really, really funny guy, really, really funny writer, and I'm just delighted to share the stage with him. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Ace Armstrong.
You guys are awesome, and I am so excited to be here. I am actually more excited right now than Russian hackers finding Donald Trump's stash of Putin porn. That is pretty damn excited. Sorry, I was just checking my email. I hate email. Actually, I don't mind email. What I hate is spam. You guys with me on that? Yeah. I get like 300 emails a day saying my penis needs to be larger. And only half of those are from my wife, so... And I feel comfortable telling you guys that, because I mean, you know, I feel like we've been through a lot together, haven't we? I mean, remember that time we took a Mussolini wannabe Russian spy and put him in the White House? Good times, good times. I wonder if they have those team building exercises at the White House like they have at corporate places. You know, like they bring in somebody to have Sean Spicer and Kellyanne Conway and all those people play Truth or Dare, or as they call it, Dare. I have a little problem with that first concept. It's a little confusing. The thing I do like, though, is sometimes the spam I get is at least entertaining. Like the other day, I got this is one of my favorites. I got this spam email ad for this huge black vibrating dildo. Around my house, this is huge. Don't judge. That's my wife's job. The thing I love about it, though, is it's got this picture of this thing, right? And then huge, like, big block letters right across the front. Great for a gift. And I'm thinking that is awesome because Mom's birthday's coming up. I feel comfortable with you guys. And actually, that's kind of fitting because my mom has turned into one of these people that gets really weird gifts for people. Like last year for my birthday, she gave me a restraining order. Which was a little awkward, right? I mean, how do I tell her 3 people gave me the same thing? Awkward. Now, my family's originally from Missouri. You guys know what state Missouri is, right?
Yep.
Like you have the Buckeye State and the Granite State. Missouri is?
Show me state.
The Show Me State. No, it's not. Trust me, the first time you actually try, they will start throwing around words like indecent, which I think is a little too judgmental, don't you? I mean, because they just say, I've seen better. And 500 feet is a long ways to have to stay away from something. Just trust me on that. Yeah, my family actually still lives out in Missouri. My brother's kind of a redneck. And he always refers to me, well, he's like one of those guys that like won't eat anything unless he shot it first. They hate his ass at McDonald's. I'm telling you that right now. He always calls me a tree hugger, which is not true, by the way. I have sensitive skin and the bark is rough. I have to just satisfy myself with like blowing kisses. Love you, tree. What, trees give me wood? Yes. It's a cool thing. My brother actually called me the other day. He said, I'm getting married. I said, why? Don't you like sex? It's a joke. I'm kidding. I'm married and my wife is fantastic in bed. I mean, that's what everybody tells me. I was kind of hoping I would find out one day. But it's kind of a cool thing. So I went back to Missouri a while back. It was kind of an interesting trip. I went to a very small school. Right? We had like a graduating class of 12. I'm not kidding. It was weird because everything was still the same, right? Like, you know, Steve Johnson was still the principal. Greg Bailey was still a freshman. The girls still shoved me in the locker. They're mean. Those freshmen are mean. That's all I'm saying to you. It was weird though because I ran into the only other guy from my graduating class who actually went to college. And he got a degree, I'm not making this up, this is absolutely a real thing. He got a degree in animal husbandry. I don't know what animal husbandry is. But I'm guessing it explains why his kids call him Dad. Did I mention it was a small school? When I went there, I also ran into an ex-girlfriend of mine who has let herself go. Now, look, ladies, I'm a modern man. If you want to get tattoos, that's cool, but please think about it, all right? My ex-girlfriend did not. And she got a tattoo right there in her left boob. Now, in fairness, it's a teddy bear. So it may have been cute at the time. 20 years and 3 kids later, It's looking more like somebody left a gummy bear on the dashboard. In July. Which is not good. But seeing her made me feel kind of nostalgic, you know? So I wrote a song and I thought I'd share with you guys tonight if that's okay. I mean, I'm not like a real musician. I hate when I follow real musicians because they know what they're doing, but I wrote this song anyway. And I probably shouldn't have because, you know, when I started thinking about it, I realized it wasn't really a great relationship, you know? Because she was kind of disrespectful. Like, I remember one time, we were at this party, right? And they were playing a game, and they said, what would your sex life be if it was named after a movie? And she said, Gone in 60 Seconds. Which I thought was a little disrespectful, don't you? I mean, let's be honest, not entirely inaccurate, but disrespectful nonetheless. And when we broke up, it was the same thing. She was being disrespectful. She was cheating on me. And by the way, thank you for that amazing show of apathy. That was, I don't need your pity. But she did, she broke up with me. I broke up with her because she was cheating on me, which I thought was kind of disrespectful in and of itself, don't you? And not only that, it wasn't even so much what she did as how she did it. Now this is terrible. Not only was she having sex with the guy, she was having sex with the guy in my bed. Which I thought was kind of the pinnacle of disrespect, don't you? I mean, she could at least wait till I was asleep or something. I just thought that was a little over the top. Anyway, that's not really what this song's about. Because, you know, as time goes by, you kind of forget about the individual incident, you know? And what we're left with are the feelings that underpin the whole relationship. And those last forever. And that's really what this song's about. And it goes like this. There's a feeling I get inside when I look into your eyes. I don't think I can control, and I think it's only fair that you should know I hate you and I wish you would die. I hate you, so many reasons why. And if I had the chance, I'd fill your underwear with ants. I hate you. And you know it's not so easy getting access to tropical diseases. But now you'll know to think twice when someone near you sneezes. Maybe I'll paper cut you to death. Yeah, one day I will, but not just yet. And I never will forget the night you called the cops and said that I was some kind of sociopath and probably a danger to myself and others and I should be locked away. So the guys in the white suits came and gave me the injection. I woke up in the institution and I was there for God only knows how many years with nobody to talk to except for the cockroaches and the rats until I managed to chew my way through the concrete walls and the steel bars, and then I hid away from the spotlights and the dogs and the guys with the guns until I showed up at your door. I hate you, I wanna cause you pain. I hate you, maybe I'll eat your brain. I'll bathe you in acid and I'll wash you down the drain. You know I hate you, that gummy bear on your boob looks gross. I hired a guy in India to write you nasty notes. I've started outsourcing my harassment. And if I had the chance, I'd fill your underwear with ants. I hate you. Okay, everybody, sing along now. 'Cause if I had the chance, I'd fill your underwear with ants. I hate you. I think the best music really comes from the heart, don't you? And I also think music's best when it's about something that's important to you. Don't you agree? So here's a song about something that's important to me, and I think you guys will find it's important to you too. Here's a song about my penis, and it's really kind of short. I mean the song's short, not my penis, which is of adequate length and girth. It's not like I'm bragging or anything. I'm not claiming it's super huge, but I haven't gone around comparing it, 'cause that would be weird and rude. I shouldn't write songs about my penis. It's important to a lot of you, isn't it? Actually, about half of you, right? It's, Okay, let me see here. How about something we can all relate to? How about that? I bet I wanted to be alone until I realized you were really gone. And now I'm hoping someone hears my desperate plea. You were the last piece of toilet paper, someone help me. And now I'm stuck here on the throne, 'cause there's no one else at home. You were the last piece of toilet paper, someone help me. Yeah, and I had a lot of Mexican, please help me. Well, been there, right? Yeah, you guys are so much fun. You guys are great. I like you guys. So where are my couples that are here today? Where are you? There's got to be some. Yeah, you guys. What's your name?
Pat and Victor.
Pat and Victor. And I can see who does the talking around here. That's awesome. She's awesome. All right. Victor, you need to work on your game, man. I'm telling you right now. And I'm qualified to give you the advice. Because people ask me all the time, they're like, Ace,
Yes.
what is your secret to success with the ladies? And I was telling them the same thing. An acquired tolerance to pepper spray. You're laughing now, but you're going to use that later. No, if you want to work on your game, and the ladies will back me up on this, no woman can resist a love song. Am I right, ladies?
Yeah, sure.
Right? And I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, that is too hard. I cannot do that. But it's actually very easy. All you have to do is look deep inside. Open up your heart to the things that you know you really feel and think. And then shut that away and fucking lie about everything that you can. Seriously, because if you guys don't lie when you write a love song, every love song ever written would sound just like this. I want to see your boobies. That's the only reason I waste so much time on you. I want to see your boobies. And if you let me touch them, I might even say I love you. Oh my God, you're driving me crazy. You yammer on and you never seem to stop. I would have left here 2 hours ago if I didn't think I had a chance to see what's under that top. I'd really like a blowjob, but you won't give me one just because I want you to. So I've gotta take you places and do all this stupid shit with you. Pretend to listen to you too, 'cause I wanna see your boobies. Totally honest love song, ladies and gentlemen. Probably the only one you will ever hear. And probably for a reason. I think I've got time for one more. Here. But you, man.
Do you like something about me?
Nothing. You're just a worthless human being with no redeeming qualities.
You're jealous of the hair.
But yeah, I like you. You know why I like you, man?
What's it?
Because you strike me as a man who has dreams and goals and ambitions. And Victor, I think you can identify with this next song. So Victor, this song's for you. When I was in high school, I took that aptitude test they give. Then they sent me to the counselor's office, 'cause mine came back negative. And he said, son, you gotta learn to live under a bridge. I said, no way, I've got a dream that I've gotta live. 'Cause I wanna be a porn star. It's the only thing I wanna do. And I wanna be a porn star and get paid to jizz on boobs. Told you could relate. So I went to college. It didn't work out so well for me. Seems no matter what school you go to, there are no degrees in pornology. But still I practice hard every night, all by myself, just trying to be ambidextrous. That means I can use both hands. 'Cause I want to be a porn star. I want to get paid to get laid. And I want to be a porn star and work overtime every day. So I'm fat and kind of ugly, but I'm a guy, so that's okay. Seriously, people, 3 words: Ron freaking Jeremy, am I right? Seriously, in what universe does one of the Mario brothers get laid more than any other human being on the planet? Every time I see something he said, as soon as he walks on the screen, all I hear is dum dum ba doing. And by the way, that's my favorite part. Doing. Come on, ladies, wouldn't it be so much better if it came with sound effects? Right? You whip them down. Doing. Shit, I forgot where I was. I'm a trained professional. And I hope they don't mind that I'm a virgin. And my huge 3-inch schlong doesn't get in the way. I finally got my chance, but they said you'll have to do gay. Hey man, I'm all about the ladies. You know, I looked the dude right in the face, and I told him, hell yeah, I'm gonna be a porn star. Even if I have to screw a dude. And I'm gonna be a porn star. Holy shit, that guy is huge. And he's the first of 32. And you brought 20 gallons of lube. My first movie's coming out real soon. It's called Let's Prison Rape the Guy Who's New. At least I'm living my dream. How about you? Hey, you guys have been a whole lot of fun. My name is Ace Armstrong. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Ace Armstrong, ladies and gentlemen, that was delicious. This is the way this shaked out, Ace. I'm hosting my own show. What the? What kind of 2-bit joint is this, anyway? No, I'm discovering tonight that I love doing comedy in a coffee shop. Because usually stand-up shows, open mics and whatnot, they tend to be
tend to take place in places where they serve alcohol, adult beverages and things. And as Ace will attest, I'm sure, when you work in a place that serves booze, you got to get the alchemy just right. The mix of comedy and alcohol has to be just right because audiences are volatile, right? And you never know what's going to happen, without booze. You're beginning of the night, nobody's drunk yet. Comedy. Heckle! Yeah, I fucked your mother. Hey, fuck you, you're a dick. Comedy. With booze. Comedy. Heckle! Yeah, I fucked your mother. Fuck you, you're a dick. Hey, fuck my mother. Comedy. With too much booze. Comedy. Heckle! Yeah, I fucked your mother. Hey, fuck you, you're a dick! The very second time I tried my hand at stand-up, I was doing an open mic, and there was this guy off to the right who was very loud, very drunk, and so I knew right away, just keep an eye on this guy. He's obviously had a few, and he was laughing really loud. So you don't know if it's like just drunk laughing or drunk angry pretending to laugh. Everything I said. So I bit him. So I finished my set, like, thank you, that's my time. And I shake hands with the guy, I give the microphone back to the host, and I turn around, and this guy's coming toward me, and he's this fucking tall, and he's huge, and he's doing this. I'm like freaking out. I'm like the sperm in my previous joke. And the guy goes, and he does a big bro hug. He picks me up off the ground and shit. It was terrifying. Holy shit. I was in Canton last month and did an open mic. I just had a 5-minute spot, And I get up, start my 5 minutes, I get like 3 words out. Somebody at the bar shouts something out. And I'm thinking, oh, dude, I got 5 minutes. Leave me the fuck alone, But what he said was actually funny, so I just repeated it and got a laugh. So the moral is, don't fuck with the guy with the microphone. They'll just steal your shit. I don't have to write jokes, So he kept at it, so I yelled back, and we yelled back and forth for a minute. And I finally said, all right, look, you just yell out random shit, and I'll repeat it. We'll see if it gets laughs. And that'll be my act for tonight. And I swear to you, this is what transpired. Faggot! So apparently I am a faggot. Suck my dick! And if you don't like it, you can suck my dick. I shit you not, that actually happened. It's a true story. WGBC Public Radio would like to thank you for tuning in to our Spring Pledge Drive. If you enjoy music to make you feel superior and similar programs, why not consider calling in a pledge today? For a $10 pledge, we'll send you a WGBC t-shirt, which you'll never wear, but will make you feel like you've helped every time you move it out of the way in your t-shirt drawer. Or for a $20 pledge, how about this lovely WGBC tote to collect all of that dust and cat hair in your closet? For a $30 donation, we'll read your personal message on the air. We'll just pretend it's not a paid commercial slot. This is just some of the useless crap you'll receive during our Spring Pledge Drive. We now return you to your regularly scheduled program, already half over. Dr. Professor Ignola's Fervis Mendax Music Education Series presents Tom Waits' Children's Hour. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, shining bright in the night, down on me and my wife and my little girl, and all the hookers from Dort Highway to the hospital on the west side. And the junkies, don't forget the junkies, they need some starlight too. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, How I wonder what you are. Jake the Snake had 32 G's. He lent to Sam the Weasel. Sam came back a little bit short. Pop goes the weasel. Jack and Jill went up the hill. About 20 minutes later, Jack came whistling back down. Went to the malt shop on Shabbos. Jill took her time, didn't want to arouse suspicion. Eventually it all came out in the open like it always does. Jill's old man took it pretty well, didn't press charges. Said Jack's a good boy, a good duck, good bowl of chowder, whatever that means. A couple months later, they found Jack's body down by the quarry. And that's the story of Jack and Jill. The brave old Captain Brown was a splendid man. He had a dark spot in place of one eye and a hook for a hand. And when he was up, he was up. And when he was down, he was down. And that's when you'd better stay away from that man, 'cause he'll spread your bones all over town. Three blind mice, see how they run, see how they run. Three blind mice, see how they run, see how they run. They all went after the farmer's wife. She cut off the tails with a carving knife. Have you ever seen such a sight in your life as three blind mice, three blind mice? Thank you very much. There was a little thing I did in promoting the show. I put a thing on Facebook and it said, the next person to buy a pair of tickets gets a drink named after them. So there's a special drink tonight. You may have seen the little card by the counter. It's called the Thespian. And the people who bought that pair of tickets were our friends, Victor and Pat, who are apparently stars tonight. They didn't even know. So we have a drink that, they're both actors. Pat was in my acting class, very talented lady. And Victor has been doing theater for many, many a year, and he's a talented guy, also plays the cello, just a wonderful guy. So I thought the Thespian is really great. It's, what do you call it, Black Forest. It's a dark chocolate cherry mocha. Oh my God, it's so good. So we're gonna take a little intermission, take 10-15, go get yourself one of those Thespians, and we'll wet the whistle as well, and I'll come back with a little bit more for you. So see you in a bit. But it happened to be my friends JJ and Amber, and it was really cool to write a song for them, and it ended up being really easy because they might not know this, but they were actually very inspirational to me. Before I met them, officially before I knew them, I would hang out here at the cafe, just being lonely, crying to get my coffee. Oh my God, I'm 30. So fucking long ago. Anyway, and they would come in. You know how old I am, Tim. Shut up. Or do you? I don't know. Anyway, so they would come in. One of them would be there waiting, and the other would come in, and they would stand and greet each other, and they would just light up. And it was beautiful. It was inspirational. And at the time, I was just going through relationship shit, you know, and that was really, I'd see them and go, man, fuck you guys. Trying to be miserable, and you guys come in. So this song is for them. And it's not really a funny song, I don't think. Or maybe it is, I don't know. But this is JJ and Amber. I call it Coffee Tree. JJ and Amber sitting in a coffee tree. Hugging. I can see their light inside of me. I used to be like me, sitting alone, drinking dark roast coffee. Well, inspiration came when you walked in. You both smiled so bright. It was mirrored in each other when you held each other tight. Made me want to find love again. God damn you. I'd nearly given up. Who nearly cares? You made it seem profoundly mundane again. Oh, so JJ and Amber sitting in a coffee tree. I might be wrong, maybe she drinks tea, but I can see that light inside of me. And actually, they get a twofer. Because when I was talking to them, they reminded me of a song that I thought, oh, I gotta learn that, put it in my repertoire. Because it's a great song I hadn't thought about in a long time. And it's a war protest song, which is sadly forever relevant. But this is from the 60s. This is by Country Joe and the Fish. This is called Feel Like I'm Fixin' to Die, Remick. Come on, all you big strong men. Uncle Sam needs your help again. He's got himself in a terrible jam. Way down yonder in Vietnam. So put down your books and pick up a gun. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7. Open up the pearly gates. Well, there ain't no time to wonder why. Whoopee, we're all going to die. Come on, generals, let's move fast. Your big chance is coming last. Now you can go out and get those reds, because the only good commie is the one that's dead. And you know the peace can only be won when you blow them all the kingdom come. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7. Open up the pearly gates. Well, there ain't no time to wonder why. Whoopee, we're all going to die. Come on, Wall Street, don't be slow. Oh man, this war will go, go. There's a lot of good money to be made by supplying the army with the tools of her trade. Just hope and pray that if they drop the bomb, they drop it on the Viet Cong. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7. Open up the pearly gates. Well, there ain't no time to wonder why. Whoopee, we're all going to die. Come on, fathers throughout the land, pack your boys off to Vietnam. Come on, mothers, don't hesitate. You gotta send your sons off before it's too late. You can be the first ones in your block to have your boy come home in a box. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7. Open up the pearly gates. Well, there ain't no time to wonder why. Whoopee, we're all going to die. Thank you very much. Thank you. I gotta give a shout out to some friends who came up from Ann Arbor. I had the wonderful, wonderful privilege of jumping in to conduct a concert with the Out Loud Chorus. and it's a LGBT choir from in the Ann Arbor area. And their director resigned, and I stepped in right at the beginning of the rehearsal process and got to conduct this concert a couple weeks ago. And I've applied for the job, ongoing. Anyway, so some members of Out Loud are here. So thanks for coming out, guys. And funny story, when we were getting ready for this concert a couple weeks ago, one of the committees sent out a design of the poster to advertise the concert, sent it out for approval. So I emailed back. I love the poster. I love the colors. It pops. It really makes me want to come to the concert, to the show. Shit, I already hit send. Damn it! God, I hope that doesn't hurt my chances. 3 of the board members sent me their Tinder profiles, so that's a good sign. I mean. Subject, hi Dan. That was for you. So I'm on the toilet the other day, eating lunch. No, I'm sorry, I meant when I was a baby. Because that's what they say, right? People who don't like public breastfeeding, Why do you have to look at that? That's inappropriate. Just take that baby in the toilet and feed it. There's plenty of room in the toilet stall. Just feed that baby in the toilet. Why don't you just go in the toilet and feed that baby? And that's bullshit. Because if I go into the toilet with a sandwich and I sit down and eat it, it's weird. And I'm banned from Applebee's. But if a baby does it, no, it's just one of those. I don't tend to get real political in my stuff, but it's just one of those bullshit things, that people freak out about because we just can't handle sex and titties, and so we just lose our minds. What we fantasize about comes out in real life, and we just fucking lose it. You go to the beach, there's a lot more breast showing than you will ever see when a woman is breastfeeding, but a nip shows, and oh my God, will someone think of the children? We're gonna corrupt the children. People lose their fucking minds. We sexualize the breasts, And there's nothing wrong with sexualizing the breast or any other part of the body. Inherently, there's nothing wrong. I sexualize breasts. Every straight male I know sexualizes. Most straight women I know sexualize breasts. But what you don't do, under any circumstances, is sexualize a child. So if you're watching someone breastfeeding going, that's inappropriate, I think what you're really thinking is, yeah, get some. And maybe you're the problem with child pornography. And maybe if it bothers you, you should, I don't know, turn your head. It's like the easiest offense in the world to avoid, You're at a bar watching TV and something's on you don't like, you can't change the channel, but you see boobs, that's all you gotta do, And I have to teach this to people because they don't fucking know how to do it. That is disgusting. I can't stand it. I can't believe this is happening. And they're staring at it. Like a fucking bus accident. Oh my God, that's terrible. I'm gonna have nightmares. I'm gonna back up. Hold on. Turn your fucking head. It's the easiest thing in the world. Tits out over there, look over there. Or better yet, look at your own fucking food. Mind your own fucking business. And leave the mother and child alone, because the kid is not getting some titty. The kid is getting some lunch. Leave him alone. I mean, if the kid's being gross about it, making all kinds of noise, like me eating a burrito, Because I like burritos. Don't judge people who eat burritos. Then maybe that's not a human baby, and you should kill it with fire. But other than that, But how often does that happen, really? So, this is what writing comedy is like. Now I'm writing this and going, I think that's a good bit. Now, what's a demon baby face? Okay, now I'm looking in the mirror practicing demon. I'm looking in the mirror going, wah, wah, baby, what, baba? So that's my demon baby face. That's what now you know, if you ever see a baby and you go, is that a demon baby? If it looks like this, okay, you call a priest, right? No, it's in modern days we don't really have to worry about demons, you know, which is cool because back in the day, if you read the Bible and other holy texts, a couple thousand years ago, demons were all over, everywhere, always fucking shit up, you know. And the stories are whack too. They're just great. There's a story in the Bible where Jesus is casting a demon out, and first he asks the demon's name. Because, I don't know, I guess there's like a terrorist watch list, and he's going, I'm sorry, Gorgon, you're on the list, you gotta go, And Jesus is gonna be responsible. He's not gonna just like start casting demons out of people. He might not have a demon, he might cast his soul out of him accidentally, and then, So Jesus asks his name, what is your name, demon? Because Jesus is always English, In the movies, Jesus always sounds like Monty Python, right? This is how you should pray. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Also, no fish on Friday, and here's a ducky. So, Jesus asks, what is your name, demon? Jeff? Well, what you doing here? It's me holidays. Look, I'm Jesus, right? I can read your mind. I know you're lying. Who's inside there? Who's in you, Jeff? Who's in you? Who's in you, Jeff? What is your name, demon? And the demon finally relents and says, I am legion, for we are many. And Jesus says, I cast you out! And he casts the demon out of the man into a herd of pigs that happen to be by, and forces the pigs to run down the hill and drown themselves in the river. This is an actual Bible story. First of all, the pigs. What the hell did they ever do to anybody? Right? You're a pig in ancient Jerusalem, just chilling out, doing pig stuff, oink oink and all that. And then suddenly, you know what sounds good? A bath. Let's go swimming. Hey, Frank, Janice, everybody, beach party down at the river, let's go. And then the poor pig shepherd, what's a pig? Piggard. The pig farmer, thank you. I like piggard, The piggard's over there. That sounds like a derogatory. You piggard! So the poor pig farmer's over there going, what the fuck? That's my livelihood. That's like a year and a half worth of, my family's gonna starve to death. And Jesus is like, take no thought for tomorrow, for the Lord doth provide. The Lord provided me a bunch of pigs, which thou didst fucking drown. Sell all your shit, give the money to the poor. You just drowned all my shit. Right? And I'm reading this story. I'm a vegetarian, and I'm going, it's a waste of meat. Run them through the fire pit. We'll have a barbecue, Little water into wine. We got a luau going, man. But in modern day, we don't worry about demons, because in modern times we have this thing called reality, right? We understand that people with antisocial behavior and multiple personality disorder and stuff like that, because of science and psychology, we understand that this is like neurological disorders and brain diseases that we can treat and medicate, which makes me wonder if the demons aren't just fucking with us, Maybe they're still out there, but they're just possessing people in order to get the drugs. Right? Think about it. Yes, this vessel is mine. And I will go out into the world, and I will cause destruction and mayhem. It's the good stuff. I mean, it would certainly change my entire perception of the movie The Exorcist, right? Just every scene, the little girl's writhing on the bed, all cut and pussy and barfing up green bile, going, fuck me! And give me Prozac! Every character, Father Karras is on the subway and he sees a homeless guy in the corner. Can you help an old altar boy, Father? Maybe score me some Zoloft. The demon makes him see his mother, that vision. Demon, why you do this to me? Why you take away my pills? Demon? You're not my mother! The power of the 12-step program compels you. The power of methadone compels you. God himself compels you to get off the shit and get a job and get your life together and move out of your mother's basement. Demon, get thee to a meeting! Hi, my name's Pazuzu.
Hi,
and I'm a user. I used to do just terrible I used to possess little kids, you know. For the electroshock treatment, you know, that was great. But after a while, that's not enough, you know, and you gotta get more, and I had my eyes on the prize. That sweet, sweet prescription pharmaceutical. Oh, I did terrible things. I debased myself for a fix. Remember Rush Limbaugh when he got hooked on prescription drugs? That was me. Disgusting, I know. But the worst was when I started possessing altar boys. Which at first, it's a sweet gig, all the free altar wine you can steal, right? It's great until the priests start taking all of that "fuck me" stuff seriously, right? They don't get it. We're demons from hell. We say this shit for shock value, you know? Little girl writhing on the bed going, "Fuck me!" Mommy and Daddy go, "What's wrong with my little girl?" And along comes the doctor with his special black satchel. She gets shut up and I get well. But you say it to a priest, you know? "Fuck me!" And the priest is like, "First, let me anoint thee with oil." Fucking, I'm going in dry. They're not all pedophiles, Dan. Can I be serious for a minute? That's probably good, because I don't know how my wife would feel about segueing from that into her song, but this is a song I wrote for my wife, and it's actually kind of a serious song. She bugged me for years to write a song, and I finally did. And it goes like this. There was the time when you were alone. There was the time when I was broken. You came and walked me back from the bridge. There was the time when we got married. Oh. There was the time when we were alone. I was amazed by you and moonlight. Do you remember saving my life? You told me I had leave to kiss you. Oh. Give me a child to love. Oh, give me a love. Thank you. That was for my wife, my family, my everything. Speaking of family, I had a retarded uncle growing up. And I say the word retarded because that's what we called him. It wasn't an insult at the time. That was the term. It was used as an insult, but it's not specific. It doesn't really dictate what you know, developmentally disabled isn't any more specific, but nobody would be offended by that. When I was in 5th grade band, our band director was trying to teach us how to read music. And in written music, a lot of the notations are in Italian. And one of the words you'll come across is RIT, period, short for ritardando, which means to slow down, right? Like the end of a musical phrase. So we're all in 5th grade, we're all tittering and laughing, retard. And fuck it, we would have laughed if the wording was developmenticato disabolo. So the band director says, all right, what does the word retarded mean? And some kid says dumb. And he says, no. It does not mean dumb, it means slow. People who are retarded learn slower than you do. So I don't ever want to hear any of you calling a retarded person dumb. And I thought, that's pretty cool. not only is he teaching us music, he's teaching us not to be dicks to people who are different than us, right? Mr. Skipper is pretty hip. But apparently he wasn't because he used the word retarded. So, so that was the word we used, retarded. Uncle Butch, Vincent was his name. We called him Uncle Butch. I'm not sure why. He had severe Down syndrome, and he lived to like 56 years old. And it was fascinating growing up with this guy, because he was mentally probably 5 or 6 years old, emotionally probably about 20, and linguistically about 3. You know, and he couldn't speak English fluently, but could kind of, you know, spit out phrases to get his idea across, you know? He would just say things like, "Don't touch it!" He had toys that were his, and he was very protective. "Don't touch it," you know? What was another one? "Get him out of here. Get him out of here." My mom had 30 kids, and so 3,700 grandkids around all the time, and Uncle Butch lived with my mom at the end of his life. And like anybody, he got tired of them, right? So they'd be playing, you know, and goofing around, and he'd go, "Okay, okay, 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 okay." And then if they got a little too rough, he'd go, "No, that's enough now. That's enough now." You know, the way kids pick up phrases, you know, couldn't tell you the actual words, but, you know, he knows, you know, how to get his point across. "That's enough now." And then when he's just done, it's, "Get him out of here." Right? He would imitate what he thought spoken language would sound like when a little kid can print but can't do cursive, so they'll just scribble across the page and go, "Look, I can write like big people." He would do the verbal equivalent of that. He would just go, "Wait, oh, wait, oh, wait, oh, wait, oh, wait, oh, wait, oh." Get him out of here. It was beautiful. For a while, I rented an apartment upstairs from my mom, and fuck it, I lived with my mom and her retarded brother when I was an adult, okay? You happy? Good. So I lived upstairs in the basement apartment, and he would come up and visit, and visits were always a joy, you know, knock at the door. "Hey, Vince, what's happening? Come on in." "Wait, Coke?" So I pour him a glass of Coke, and he leans on the counter, and we proceed to have a neighborly chat over the fence, you know. Well, so, It was beautiful. One day, I'm watching TV, and I see him cutting across the front yard through the picture window, and he trots up the steps to the front porch. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have a visit. A couple minutes later, there's been no knock. So I go and peek out the window, and he's standing on the porch with his back to the house, facing the road. Now, I lived out in Clio, way outside of town, and it was a very kind of bucolic area, you know, 6 houses in the 1 mile block, you know. So that's the setting, and he's standing there on the porch, back to the house, facing the road, holding in his hands an immense dried cow skull. Like you would see in the movies where the drifter is walking down a lonely desert highway and there's a cow skull, bleached white from the sun. Probably picked it up at a rummage sale, you know, mom bought it for him, you know. I don't know if it came with the stripes of orange and green fluorescent spray paint or if he added those or what. But he's standing there on the front porch, holding it in his hands, swinging it back and forth, going, and I just, oh God, I just hope somebody drove by at that moment. Just like, the fuck was that? Where the hell am I? I'm somewhere between and Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, you know? You know, and that guy, that driver driving by in my imagination is just certain that he's stuck in a loop where he's going to drive another mile and pass by the exact same scene, you know, like in a movie, you know. So I'm watching him, just fascinated, like, what is he thinking? What is he doing? And then he just stops, like he got caught doing something, like a little kid who just got caught summoning the Prince of Darkness, you know. He just stops, turns around, looks in the peeks through the door, and then runs down the stairs, across the yard, out back, just giggling his ass off the whole way. Fucking voodoo, man. And at that moment, I started to feel the first twinges of envy, of jealousy, of that way of life. Total freedom of expression with absolutely no fear of judgment. Just amazing. And that jealousy was clinched a while later when I was downstairs visiting Mom and Uncle Butch. And the phone rang. Now, Butch is getting older, And so he starts getting AARP magazine, and people are sending him shit, and they don't know his condition. They just have a social security number and a birth date, you know. So the phone rings, life insurance. My mom answers the phone, and the guy's, hello, this is Dawn is arriving life insurance. May I speak to Vincent McCullough? And my mom's like, sure, Vince. Yeah. Wait. Well, see ya. Now, if I had this much more guts, if I had just a little bit more intestinal fortitude, I would channel all of my theatrical training, all of my thespian juice into one epic Andy Kaufman-esque, you know, performance art, fuck you to the system. Anything that inconvenienced me or cost me money, that's my answer. Wait. Nice, huh? That was another thing he'd say. He'd have on his like filthy sweats and a holiday sweater with like reindeer and gravy on it. Nice, huh? Hygiene wasn't his thing, you know. Just anything, you know. Hello, Mr. Garrix. It's the credit union calling about this overdue payment. Wait. JW's come to your door. You know. Excuse me, do you have a moment to talk about the kingdom of heaven? Yeah. Nice, huh? That's enough now. Go into a store, eat a candy bar. Excuse me, sir, you're gonna have to pay for that. Get money. Okay, maybe not that last one though, because the cops would come in and tase your ass into oblivion, knock you down and beat the shit out of you for eating a candy bar. No, they wouldn't. I'm white. Anyway. I don't do segues, but I do have one more song for you before we wrap it up for the evening. And but before I do, I want to throw out some mad thanks. Thank you to Mr. Ken and the Good Beans Cafe. To Amber and JJ for inspiring a song. Victor and Pat for inspiring a delicious coffee drink. For the very talented and funny Ace Armstrong for wasting a little time with us tonight. And to every one of you who's going to buy a CD on the way out. No applause for that? Anyway, very, very sincere thanks for coming out. This has been fantastic. I've had a great time. I hope you've had, if you've had half the fun that I've had, then I've had twice the fun you've had. And this last song is actually kind of for my wife too. For those of you who are from out of town, my wife is the godmother of zombies in Flint. She runs the annual Flint Zombie Walk, which is it's an annual fundraiser that works to support a revolving charity, and she runs that pretty much by herself. And I wrote this song for the Zombie Walk a couple years ago, because zombies need love too, and this is a song about romance in the age of the zombie apocalypse. I was so alone right after World War Z. Felt like I was the last man on earth. I like that movie. Then Jenny came along and turned her bloody eyes on me. And in her look I knew what I was worth. I walked her home that night. The moonlight matched her complexion. I held her hand, it came off into my hand. So I put it in my pocket. She don't love me for my looks or in her personality. She don't love me for my bank account is flame. She don't love me for the car I drive or opportunity. And no, she loves me for other people's praise. She loves
loves me because I get her other people's brains. Da-do-dot.
Wasn't that something? I'm telling you what, I just love everything Dan did and said, and Ace Armstrong, I'll never forget your name ever now. And I think I got a few ideas for some wedding songs from your material. Thanks again, everybody, for the Ann Arbor trip, you guys, that's awesome, and for everyone else's trip here. And in the spirit of Uncle Butch, encore. Would you help me? Dan, you got one more in you. In the spirit of Uncle Butch. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out. Have a safe ride home.
All right, if you're gonna let me do one more, I'm gonna have to bring a little culture. I'm sorry. Now this is this goes out to my friend Kate.
Aw, thanks.
Because this is the Bard. Just waiting for my music. Gotta try this one. Played earlier.
It was so flawlessly perfect.
Talk amongst yourselves.
There we go.
Now this is a story you may have read, how my throne got usurped and I got dead. And I'd like to take a minute, just sit and hark. I'll tell you how the prince did now become the king of Denmark. And verily, 'tis some bullshit. In Elsinore Castle, born and raised, that's in Denmark, is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, no hassle, all practicing my fencing outside of the castle when my Uncle Claude got up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. My old man died and my uncle said, "Don't bother grieving too much, think of us as a father." A whistle caught my ear, my man Horatio said, "Dude, I saw a ghost and it's someone you know." If anything, I could say that would be rare, but I thought, nah, forget it. Yo, Holmes, take me there. We walked up to the battlements at 10 or 11. The guard said, "Horatio, Hamlet, thank heaven. Please break the oath. Here it comes again, Mark." Sure enough, there he walked. The dead king of Denmark. Oh shit, I gotta fill this music. Alas, poor ghost. Pity me not, Hamlet. Oh, audible, audible. I will call thee Hamlet. I don't remember this shit. Okay, now here's what happened. My old man died in the garden while he was napping. He was bit by a snake. At least that's what they said. Was that true? Well, only the part where he was dead. The ghost said, "No, it was venomous foul. Your uncle poured poison in my ear in the hour. It's got my wife in my throat. Avenge me if you could." Well, maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, of course I should. Now pay attention, here the plot gets thick. I started acting all crazy, the mad crab trick. That's when the king summoned my two friends from grammar school, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, to find out why I played the fool. You should have seen these guys trying to bait me. I told them how quintessence of dust don't like me. I said, "Do you not laugh?" They said, "Yeah." I said, "Why?" They said, "Some actors are coming to do a show for you, guy." I thought that could be a real slick trick. The play's the thing we're in, I'll catch that lunatic. I'll have them do a play about the death of my dad. If my uncle do blank, I'll know for sure I've been had. Well, they agreed, we put on a play, they played the parts very well, and so did I must say, word. The king got nervous, crying, "Miss him lunch!" He stormed out of the room, and my mom picked a fight. She asked me why I acted so mean. I told her, "Stop being a hoe, start being a queen." I heard someone behind a curtain, and I stabbed him, but no luck, it was Polonius, not the king. Oh well, dead for a ducat. My uncle the king sent me off on a boat, and Rosencrantz and Guildenstern remembered them with a note. For the king of Jolly England, that's it. All for this head. But I pulled a switcheroo and hopped the pirate ship instead. My girl Ophelia threw herself into the river, and to make this long story short, when her bro Laertes called me, I didn't know what to say. I said, "I didn't mean to hurt you, but let's fence anyway." I thought that we were only fencing for sport. Come to find out, his sword was dipped in poison of some sort. So was the pearl the king dropped in my cup, and my poor mother toasted me and drank the cup up. Laertes cut my arm while she was wiping my brow, so I took his sword away and said, "Whoa, well how now?" He looked scared and I I got my grip, I cut it back and said, oh, poison on the tip. Just then, someone shouted, look to the queen! There was treachery afoot. Laertes said, welcome, queen! The blood to kill you backfired on me. The king's to blame as now, I'm sure you plainly see. I can't believe it, everybody is dead. Well, defecation happens, or so it's been said. The rest is silence, everything's going dark. And that's the story of the Fresh Prince of Denmark.